Please stand for the entrance of the academic procession. Please remain standing for the singing of Canada, the welcome song, and the invocation.
O Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est ceint de fleurons glorieux. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Et ta valeur de foi trempée protégera nos foyers et nos droits. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I would like to introduce Elder Allison Cox to provide a welcome song and blessing for our graduates, followed by the invocation led by the Reverend Tanis Kalisnik, coordinator of the Aboriginal Student Services Center. Please sit or stand for the duration of the prayer.
All right. Bonjour, Manje Corneas and Disnikas, Makwadodam, and welcome. Bonjour, Anje Kwanea Sen Disney Kas, Makwado Dem, Mikasudo Dem, and I am here to give blessings to our occasion. So I say blessings, Sa Wendan. We thank Creator for life, Miigwech Gitchimanitu, Bimatizawin. We thank Creator for this beautiful day of joyful celebration. Miigwech Gitchimanitu, Miniguak Minogizigak, Minoda Gazawin, Je Ande Goziwin. We thank Creator for our family and friends, peers and teachers. Miigwech Gitchimanitu Dodam Ak, Nijiwakanak, Eki Inona Gek. We thank them for their support, guidance, encouragement, and love. Miigwech Gawi Jiata. We ask Creator to continuously watch over us, guide us, and protect us. Gawich ima gitchimanitu, gina wabam kiakina. We understand that our collective work is not over, that our future accomplishments will help to bring peace and balance in our world. May we go forth with courage, strength, kindness, and love. Ganin gans skamin, skatewin wewin, sungade wewin, manigate wewin, miigwech.
Good day, friends. Thank you for the invitation to provide an invocation to mark this important moment, a day to celebrate your accomplishments and the new pathway that is before you. Truly, we have been through some challenges, haven't we? Graduates, administrators, faculty, and staff, we have strived to find hope. And with determination and perseverance, we have developed new skill sets to navigate forward during these difficult times. And here you are. Your actions and resilient spirit has brought you to this moment of your U of W graduation. And for this, today, we give thanks. We are blessed to be able to share this time in a community of caring at the University of Winnipeg. And today we're surrounded by family and friends. Look around and celebrate that as well. C.S. Lewis, author and theologian, wrote that a life of learning is a divine beauty to be enjoyed, a grace received daily from moment to moment. And this is indeed an important moment. He pondered the question of learning in difficult times in a sermon that he wrote in October 1939. I was reading that, and it said, "Learning in Wartime" was the title. And he stated that if we postponed the search for knowledge and beauty until all of life was secure, the search would never have begun. Difficult times, whether that's the battle against COVID or the world at unrest, this aggravates the human situation and causes people to think more seriously about their spiritual lives, about the pathways and the choices in our everyday. Graduates, your academic efforts have not only grown your knowledge base, but also a brighter and better tomorrow for you as an individual. And God willing, your education will also allow you to make our society a better place, sustainable, inclusive, and reconciled. Please join me in a prayer for today. Gracious God, may our eyes see light and goodness all around us. May our ears hear, help us hear where there is need. And may our words and actions be a blessing wherever we are planted. Help us, God, to care for others and ourselves with kindness and wisdom. During times of transition, it is important to choose our words wisely as we reflect, dream forward, and choose pathways. Help these graduates embrace this next chapter with courage, confidence, and optimism as they take the next steps in their future fields of excellence. receive this collective prayer. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. Please welcome His Worship, Mayor Brian Bowman, to bring greetings from the City of Winnipeg.
Bonjour à toutes et à tous. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity to say a few words this morning at this convocation. Merci de me recevoir parmi vous aujourd'hui. It is a tremendous honor to join the distinguished platform members, elders, knowledge keepers, faculty, staff, parents and guardians and family, and of course, the graduates here today. It's a real honor to be with you here today, and it's so good to be with you in person after the last couple of years. I remember my graduation. I've graduated from 2 universities, and it's an incredibly important milestone in one's life and the life of your family. And I want to acknowledge and thank your professors, the staff at the University of Winnipeg, your family for supporting you, and congratulate each of you on getting to today. I know the last few years have been difficult for many and devastating for some in our community. And despite the hardship of the times that we are living in right now, the fact that you are here today on the cusp of taking your careers to another level is incredible. I want to just thank and acknowledge the beautiful song that we heard earlier today in starting us off on the right path today for this important ceremony. In these times of, I would say, tremendous uncertainty, it's a time of transformation. Tough times do shape us, and they challenge us as a community and as individuals to get to know ourselves better and to be our authentic selves. The University of Winnipeg has been making such a positive difference in our community for many, many decades. And as mayor, I see the impact of the University of Winnipeg and its graduates every single day in our community. And what I see graduates from the University of Winnipeg helping to transform our city and our world for the better. The tools that you've been given while studying at the University of Winnipeg, I hope will allow you to express who you are and to make a positive difference in the world going forward. My ask of each of you is to continue your relationship with the University of Winnipeg as proud graduates. As alumni, you have an opportunity to connect with past and current students going forward, faculty and staff. And it's a tremendous opportunity to really amplify your voice and your impact in wherever your journey is going forward. I hope today you look at this event and your accomplishment in being here today with tremendous pride. Because I know at the City of Winnipeg, we're very proud of the University of Winnipeg and its graduates. And I hope you and your families really celebrate today. And I hope you continue your relationship, of course, with the University of Winnipeg. It's really quite nerve-wracking, actually, to be here in the company of everyone here today. I want to, in advance, congratulate, and I'm probably breaking protocol by referencing her as Dr. Wilson, but it really is incredible to be here today with each of you. Congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity to provide a few words. Merci and miigwech.
Well, good morning, everyone, graduates, family, friends, and distinguished guests. My name is Todd Mondor. I'm the President and the Vice Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg. It's my privilege to open the 120th Convocation of the University with today's session dedicated to conferring degrees in the Faculty of Arts. After 2 years of holding Convocation virtually, we're all extremely excited and proud to be here in person today with you. The ceremony provides an opportunity to recognize graduates. It's also important to recognize that the ceremony we're holding is on Treaty 1 land and the home of the Métis Nation, and that our water is sourced from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation. I'd like to welcome you to this session and also introduce members of the Platform Party. Mayor Brian Bowman, Chancellor Barb Gamey, Honorary degree recipient Dr. Alex Wilson, Dr. Ray Karasevich, President and CEO of the Manitoba Institute of Trades and Technology, Dr. Neil Besner, who will be recognized as a Fellow in United College, Professor Emeritus Dr. Catherine Taylor, who will be joining us virtually, and the Valedictorian for today's session, Charissa Noault. They're joined on the platform by members of the senior administration of the university, deans and professors, who all played an important role in supporting the achievements we are here to celebrate today. The University of Winnipeg, as the Mayor said, holds a special place in the city, in the province, and beyond. It provides an outstanding learning environment with a student-centered focus that supports both academic and personal development. It allows students to connect with brilliant faculty members and teachers in a way possible at very few other universities, and through those connections, to take advantage of opportunities in learning and research that are exceptional. It prepares its students for career or future study in a wide variety of areas, and its graduates often become leaders in our community. To mention just a few examples, Tara Woodbury is a Bachelor of Arts graduate in Communications. She was recently appointed as the first content executive for Netflix in Canada. Mahjong Alaka, who completed a Master of Arts in Indigenous Governance, is now working on her PhD at the University of Saskatchewan, where she's exploring sustainable and culturally appropriate ways of strengthening food systems. And Jamie Wilson, who's a graduate of both the Collegiate and the Faculty of Arts, is now Vice President, Indigenous Strategy, Research, and Business Development at Red River College Polytechnic. Now, the journey for those graduates started at the University of Winnipeg, as it has now for all of you. But unlike those graduates, you've completed your program of study under very exceptional situation and very exceptional circumstances. Suddenly, lectures and tests were online, and connection to peers and professors were radically changed. Courses that had been taught in person for decades were shifted online and using systems that few of us had even heard of, let alone used. Your resilience and your ability to adapt to an educational environment unlike anything you or anyone else expected is truly admirable. Despite the changes and the challenges, you persevered. You learned new systems, developed an understanding of new material and new ways of thinking, and acquired new skills. So we pause today, not only to celebrate your achievement in successfully completing your program, also to recognize the support of your family and your friends and the entire University of Winnipeg community, and to celebrate those skills and abilities and that grit and determination that you've displayed over the last few years. And that provides a solid foundation that will help you succeed no matter where your journey takes you. As you move ahead, I'd like you to keep some words of Nelson Mandela in mind. He said, "There's no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living." In your journey forward, I'd encourage you to keep those words in mind, to strive to be the best version of yourself. Believe in yourself, have confidence in what you've learned here with us, and in what you can contribute to the world. Now, I'd like to say a few words to all the friends and family that are in the audience here today. maybe a little bit surprising, but the gown that I'm wearing and that other members of the platform are wearing are not our usual day-to-day attire. But the formality of the dress is meant to acknowledge the long-standing history and tradition of Convocation and its significance and importance. Now, despite that formality, I'd like to encourage you to freely express your pride and happiness as your graduate crosses the stage in whatever form is most appropriate for you. And for some of you, I know that may mean polite applause, and for others, it might be a little bit more exuberant, but the choice is really yours to make. Yeah, like that one. All right. All right, finally, graduates. Please take time today. The day is going to go by in a blur at times, but please take time to feel pride in your accomplishment. It's important to take time to recognize achievements in your life. And pride is what I feel and what the entire University of Winnipeg community feels for each and every one of you. So congratulations, best wishes. I would like to now invite Chancellor Barb Gammy to the podium to address graduates.
Aside from the obvious benefits of doing this in person, you actually get some feedback from folks as opposed to Zoom, which was very static. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Good morning, graduates. I'm Barb Gammy, Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg and co-founder of PayWorks. It's an honor to be part of your graduation celebration. Congratulations. By reaching this milestone, you have demonstrated a lifelong commitment to learning and appreciating the value of higher education. When you look back at this time of your life, I hope you remember the strength, the determination that brought you to this day. It's been especially evident as you balance your studies with the challenges of the pandemic. These are important qualities that will serve you well in your future goals. When I founded PayWorks 20 years ago, a long time ago now, I surrounded myself with people who shared my values and commitment to our community. I also relied on people who encouraged me, challenged me, and had different experiences than I. Each of you will bring unique strengths to the next chapter of your life. You will work with individuals with unique backgrounds, strengths, skills, and capabilities, and this will allow you to make some good decisions and build even better processes. If you don't know what you want to do next, or even if you think you do, I encourage you to do two things. Surround yourself with a diverse group of people who will inspire you and get involved in our community. Volunteering provides a way for you to give back to the community while learning new skills and network. And it also helps you figure out where you might fit, which is also so important right now. In addition to my role as University of Winnipeg Chancellor, I'm involved in many community and charitable organizations and boards, and each of the roles, the rewards are greater than I could have imagined. Success will look different for each of us, but one truth I have found universal is that when you find work you love, appreciate the people you work with, and use your strength, live by your values, the rest will fall into place. So love what you do, surround yourself with individuals who will guide and inspire you, be bold and ask questions. You have demonstrated resiliency and you're poised to move on to be our future leaders, change makers, and problem solvers. Congratulations. So the next item on today's program is the Honorary Doctorate presentation. An honorary degree is the highest honor that the university can bestow on any individual. Those who receive an honorary degree demonstrate dedication and excellence in their field of work and who have made significant contributions to society. This morning's recipient is Dr. Alex Wilson. Dr. Wilson will be introduced by Dr. Catherine Taylor, retired professor and associate dean of the University of Winnipeg, who was unable to join us in person but has sent a video from Victoria.
Madam Chancellor, I am humbled to have the honor of presenting Dr. Alex Wilson, who will receive an honorary Doctor of Laws. Dr. Wilson is an acclaimed educator, scholar, and researcher whose commitment to building and sharing knowledge about land-based learning and two-spirit identity, history, and teachings has influenced educational policy at regional, national, and international levels. Dr. Wilson is from and lives in the Opaskwayak Cree Nation. The first Canadian First Nations woman to receive a doctorate from Harvard University. Her experience as a teaching fellow in Harvard's first interdisciplinary course on First Peoples and governance led to the formation of 2 courses that now serve as a foundation for training curriculum in communities throughout Canada and the United States. A leader in land-based learning pedagogy and research methodology, Dr. Wilson co-developed and currently oversees the Indigenous Land-Based Education Graduate Program at the University of Saskatchewan. A formidable champion of the rights of queer, trans, and two-spirit people, she works tirelessly to address some of the most pressing issues facing Indigenous communities: chronically insufficient housing, record high suicide rates, and missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and two-spirit people. Among her many contributions are co-developing One House, Many Nations, the revolutionary environmentally sustainable housing project. Dr. Wilson is an organizer of the Idle No More movement, which calls for honoring and fulfilling Indigenous sovereignty and the protection of the land, water, and sky. She has published and presented extensively on issues of sexuality, gender, community, culture, and spirituality. Her commitment to the revitalization of Cree culture and her dedication to supporting 2S LGBTQ+ people and First Nations people have earned her recognition from the Manitoba Legislature and Canadian Parliament. Madam Chancellor, I request that you confer upon Dr. Alex Wilson an Honorary Doctor of Laws in recognition of her profound and vast contributions to championing Indigenous rights, sharing knowledge about Two-Spirit identity, and revitalizing land-based education.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg, I admit you, Dr. Alex Wilson, to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. It is now my great pleasure to call upon our distinguished guest to address the graduates. Dr. Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you, President Mondor, Chancellor Gami, Elder Cox, Mayor Bowman, and members of the platform. And good morning, graduates, your friends and family. And I want to say hi to my friends and family that are here as well. Tanse wasanasum tisnegasuna Opaskwayak Ochinina. Thank you for this honorary degree and for the opportunity to speak today. And a special thanks to Dr. Taylor, who you just saw, who nominated me for this. I'd like to also thank my colleagues and students who also contributed to the nomination. But I have to admit, when I got the phone call from the University of Winnipeg President's office to have a meeting with me, I thought I was in trouble for something. I thought, it's like getting called to the principal's office. Then my next thought was, oh, maybe they're going to divest in big oil. No. Not yet, but here, anyway. So here we are. I was asked to give an inspirational and uplifting talk, and I really had to think about that for a while, about what that meant. Because as you heard from Dr. Taylor's introduction, much of my professional career and community work focuses on addressing colonialism, racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, and transphobia. Sometimes not the easiest or most uplifting work to do. I did not graduate from high school, and it took me 11 years to finish my undergrad degree and 11 to finish my doctorate. But there have been significant moments in my life that helped me to focus my work and reaffirm my commitment and passion for doing this work. And some of those moments connect to this very university. My first encounter with the University of Winnipeg was with the collegiate. And my brother was mentioned earlier. He graduated from the collegiate and from the university with his undergrad degree. But the reason why I had to come here was because I failed high school biology. And you know, I went to school in the town of the Pas, Margaret Barber Collegiate, and the reason why I failed biology was because I missed my final exam. So my teacher said that I could do a makeup exam during the lunchtime. So I did. And when I was done my exam, I handed it in. And then I was called to the office. I thought, okay, good, I'm gonna get, you know, credit for my course. But the principal and the teacher came to me, wanted to meet with me because they didn't believe that I had written that exam, because I think it was either a perfect score or close to. So I had to come to, so they failed me in the course, so I had to come to the collegiate to finish my grade 10 biology. As a 15-year-old, you know, it was my first time in the city. I actually stayed at the YWCA and then came to class in the morning. And then in the afternoons, I kind of wandered around Winnipeg. Thinking about that now, I don't know if I would let my daughter do that, but it was the first time I went to a gay bar. I hope my mom didn't hear that part. But also, it gave me an opportunity to learn about the city and the people here, and I met some lifelong friends. And one of the things that happened was I wandered upon it was called the Museum of Man and Nature at the time. Now, you know, women are included, so it's called the Manitoba Museum. I'm sure that most of, if not all of you, have been there at some point, perhaps even as a school child, because many field trips go there. As I walked in for the first time, as many of you will remember, and maybe it's not there anymore, but when you walked in, there was a giant mural, and it was a painting by Indigenous artist Daphne Ojig. And to me, that painting was just breathtaking. There were so many things about it that spoke to the core of who I was. I understood it to be the representation of the creation of our world, the ongoing creation of the world. In the middle was our Cree, sometimes called queer trickster character, Wisagi Jack. And then all the lines were connected to everything else that was alive. Animals, plants, water, all of the elements, birds. And to me, that painting represented Indigenous knowledge. It represented the core, the reason that has kept me going all these years. And that is to remind myself that we're always grounded in those principles of relationality and relational accountability. So part of today is about honoring those relations. For you, the graduates, it is an honoring of your relationship to the University of Winnipeg, to your courses that you took, to your professors, and to your families and chosen families and friends. So let's just take a minute here to congratulate each other. So we'll get the graduates to either high five or air high five or fist bump, whatever's comfortable, to congratulate the neighbor sitting next to you. And for the families and friends, here's an opportunity for you to congratulate each other too. So, I want to end with a story that happened after I got my master's degree. My grandma, Kukum, like many, kept all of our school and graduation photos on the wall of her house. When I graduated, I gave her my framed diploma, which she proudly hung on her wall along with other photos and important documents. Anytime someone would come to visit, she would show them these photos and documents. But one winter, the pipes froze under her house, as they do in many northern communities, and the Reserve Fire Department came and put torches on underneath the house to thaw the pipes. Then they went for lunch. Unfortunately, the house caught on fire. So Kukum rushed to get what she could outside and put them in her car, mostly the photos and other items. But one thing one of my friends that witnessed this told me is that she went back in after all this to get my diploma. I wondered about that. I mean, it's a diploma, right? It can be replaced. And when I asked her, she said to her the diploma was just not a piece of paper. It represented everything that went into getting an education. Yes, it represented the horrible history of residential schools. It also represented our family and our community. It represented relationality and relational accountability. So I want you, as graduates convocating today, to always remember that your diploma is not just a piece of paper. It represents everything that has led up to you and the possibilities of the future. Congratulations.
Before I begin, Dr. Wilson, you're a hard act to follow. Good morning, all graduates, family, special guests, members of the Platform Party. My name is Ed Bayard. I'm a retired biology professor. I retired in 2014. So the story about experience with biology hits pretty close to home. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Neil Besner, Dr. Neil Besner, on the occasion today of his admission to fellowship in United College. This honor recognizes distinguished service to the University of Winnipeg, which has enhanced the university and its work. I think that it is abundantly clear that Neil's 31-year career at the University of Winnipeg was distinguished, varied, and highly respected by both his peers and members of the wider community. Neil is most worthy of a fellowship in United College. I have to say, though, when I first met Neil in 1987, upon his arrival as a junior member of the English department, he has always, since then to now, he's always been an enigma to me. Yes, he was dedicated to his discipline, both as a teacher and mentor and widely published scholar, but also was seemingly drawn to an administrative pathway that is generally perceived by many in the professoriate to be anathema to a productive academic career. Well, Neil embraced the challenge of university administration, yet emphatically did not abandon the other pursuits of academic life. Neil moved through the administrative ranks quickly: English Department Chair, Dean of Arts, Vice Presidents Academic and International, and finally Vice President and Provo, demanding jobs all. Nonetheless, he was passionate about teaching and did it all the while that he was an administrator, often at international institutions and at all levels of the English curriculum, often teaching courses he had developed. Students loved him. He was nominated on several occasions for the Clifford Robson Award for Excellence in Teaching, and his classes were in demand.
He also maintained a distinguished record of scholarly work even as his administrative responsibilities became more complex. He has authored over 50 journal articles and book chapters, edited 2 special journal issues, served as the general editor of the Laurier Poetry Series, and published 10 books as author, editor, or translator. In addition to his new memoir, Fishing with Tardelli, a memoir of family and time lost, which, coincidentally, is launching in Winnipeg tomorrow. Neil's scholarly achievements were recognized by his appointment to Professor Emeritus in 2019. As he moved upwards in the administrative ranks, Neil was scrupulous about his actions and decisions such that he retained the respect of the deans, faculty members, and staff that reported to him, as well as being a credible and influential voice on the senior administration team. Many of these positions involved difficult matters to which Neil invariably brought patience, sensitivity, and above all, wisdom. In some of these offices, he was the university's principal agent for international recruiting, which, combined with his extensive teaching and other academic activities in Brazil, China, and throughout Canada, carried the name of the university abroad. For these and other abundant external activities, locally and abroad, he received the university's Marcia Hannon Award for Excellence in Creating Community Awareness in 2009. The citation for that award described him as someone who immersed himself in the community, sharing his knowledge, expertise, enthusiasm, and passion for literature and creative writing, and whose passion and enthusiasm go well beyond the boundaries of UWinnipeg classrooms as an ambassador for liberal arts education and the University of Winnipeg, end quote. I think I now know why Neil selected his particular career pathway. He saw administrative positions as agents for change. He was an articulate enthusiast for the value of a liberal arts education and understood that a dean or vice president can have a more persuasive influence in both government and academic circles. He understood the need for the University of Winnipeg to diversify its course offerings and focus, to enhance its degree offerings to include graduate degrees, and to make the University of Winnipeg degree more inclusive. I think Neil can look back on his career at the University of Winnipeg with some pride. As I've mentioned, he was nominated for teaching excellence and has received 2 university awards for distinguished service, the Hannon Award and Professor Emeritus. So to borrow a sporting term, we stand here today to make this a triple crown, a hat trick if you prefer, by admitting him to fellowship of United College. So, Madam Chancellor, I request that you admit Dr. Neil Besner to fellowship in United College in recognition of his exemplary record of service, distinguished scholarship, and his long-standing commitment and contributions to the university.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, University of Winnipeg, I grant you, Dr. Neil Besner, Fellow in United College, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Dr. Besner. My name is Glenn Moulaison. I am the Dean of Arts, and it is my pleasure today to present our Professor Emerita. The status of Professor Emerita is granted to past and present professors nominated by their peers whose outstanding leadership has made a lasting impact at the university and whose academic pursuits have contributed significantly to the body of research in their field of study. This status grants lifelong access to professorial benefits, even though the individual may have finished their tenure at an academic institution. Dr. Catherine Taylor, someone I know very well, receives this status today. As we know, Dr. Taylor is not with us today, but I'm hoping she's watching and is feeling all the good vibes that are being sent her way. Dr. Taylor is an award-winning researcher, scholar, and leader whose extensive work on sexual and gender diversity and social justice within education has drawn national and international recognition and directly informed policy and legal developments across the country. Her groundbreaking work has been supported with a series of prestigious Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada research grants, including 3 landmark projects on 2 SLGBTQ+ expansive education that has changed the education landscape. These projects include the first national climate survey on homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia in Canadian schools in partnership with EGAL, acronym EGALE, Canada Human Rights Trust, and the Every Teacher Project on 2 SLGBTQ+ expansive education in collaboration with every major teacher organization in the public school systems of Canada. Dr. Taylor has been instrumental in developing comprehensive sexual orientation and gender identity policies at teacher associations and school boards across Canada. She has developed and taught many landmark courses on topics that include sex, gender, and diversity, bringing issues affecting 2 SLGBTQ+ students to the forefront, and has taught numerous independent studies courses and supervised honors and master's students. During her time at the University of Winnipeg, Dr. Taylor has received 12 Merit Awards, demonstrating her exceptional teaching, research, and service. Her multifaceted research approach involving students, educators, school division directors, and education professors has resulted in 40 peer-reviewed publications, 5 co-authored textbooks on academic writing, 20 reports and other publications, and over 60 peer-reviewed national and international conference presentations. She served UWinnipeg's governance for 33 years, until her 2020 retirement as a professor in the Department of Rhetoric, Writing, and Communications and the Faculty of Education, and as Associate Dean of Arts and also as Acting Dean of Arts. Madam Chancellor, I request that you confer upon Dr. Catherine Taylor the title of Professor Emerita for serving the academic community with excellence and distinction in her teaching through her 2 SLGBTQ+ research contributions and in service to the University of Winnipeg and the broader field of education in Canada.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg, I declare you, Dr. Catherine Taylor, Professor Emerita, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations to Dr. Wilson, Dr. Besner, and Dr. Taylor for these well-deserved honors. I'd like to now call upon the Chancellor, Barb Gammy, to confer the degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg, I admit all those present and those receiving degrees in absentia to the degrees for which the prescribed studies have been completed with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
To the left. Chancellor, I now beg leave to present the graduates for congratulations. The graduate degrees are being presented by the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Mavis Reimer, and by the Dean of Arts, Glenn Moulaison. The first recipient of the Master of Arts degree, Kim Tien Cao. Receiving the Graduate Student of Highest Distinction Award, Tammy Gale Wolf. Lisa Christine Young. Receiving the Masters of Public Administration degree, joint with the University of Manitoba, Vanessa Verts. And now the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts Honors degree, Katrina Sarah Marie Alder. Receiving the Ron Norton Prize in Psychology, Nia Badiokova. Brianna Bailey. Madeline Louise Helena Berezowski. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Classics, Paige Jessica Boyd. Alexis Shakira Cantafio. Jared Christopher Chimuk. Tiana Lynn Crawford. Dylan Paul Seren. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Criminal Justice, Elise Sophia Diplock. Annabelle Pangsehuin Evangelista. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Theatre and Film, Laurel Elena Fife. Ashley Fraser. Kate Ray Chernecki George. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honors Psychology, Hannah Alexandra Gray. Willow Erin Harvey. Caitlin Lee Henley. Claire Kimberly Henrick. Sierra Madison Hill. Pearl Irabor. Griffin Zane Fair Kaler. Shelley Klein. Wearing our University of Winnipeg Indigenous stole. Receiving the gold medal in four-year classics, Melody Amber Johnston. Sarah Mayora Cowell. Aidan Miska. Sharissa Marie Nault, our valedictorian today. Andy Lee Pankratz. Jennifer Christine Peter. Jasleen Randawa. Receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in Honours Arts, the Gold Medal in Honours Political Science, and the Gold Medal in Honours Women's and Gender Studies, Amanda Mary Rivers. Ben Robertson. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Sociology, the Dr. Dan A. Checki Prize for Excellence in Sociology, and the Bahai Kahan Singh Naba Prize, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Rhetoric and Communications and the Robert Thomas Burns Prize in Rhetoric and Composition, Anna Maria Shabo-Schur. Samuel Harrison Chase Selk. Rachel Isabel Ulrich. Brittany Marie Elizabeth Windsor Brown. Stacy Lynn Woods. Alyssa Caitlin Wright. Sophie Beatrice Wynn. Stephanie Morgan Cheatham. And now the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts four-year degree, Chetachuku Deborah Akaluka. Deidre Ackaby. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year criminal justice, Jolene Margaret Janelle Amos. Andrea Francesca Ayo. Chelsea Nicole Bannatyne. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year sociology and the gold medal in 4-year human rights, Bea Antoinette Lasau Basaran. Nanush Cheyenne Connie Bignell. Mackenzie Oksana Brook. Receiving the university's silver medal for the second highest standing in arts 4-year program and the gold medal in 4-year joint communications with Red River College Polytechnic, Sarah Joy Kalnick. Paul Addison Carruthers. Haley Joanna Charney. Brenda Cheryl Daniels. Meram Rocha. Logan Matthew Demchuk. Ariel Emily Desrochers. Caleb Finney. JC Anastasia Kindrachuk Forsyth. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year English, Margaret Ruth Gaiman. Bryn Kathleen Gunderson. Mackenzie Harkus. Devin Hare. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year political science, Alina Hart. Zanifa Rasul. Morgan Candace Jane Giachetta. Miss Rachel Kabuha. Zainab Kagbanda. Grace Catherine Clausen. Stephen Paul Malcolm Clyde Knowles. Sydney Madison Lockhart. Natalie Bree Longland. Receiving the gold medal in four-year conflict resolution studies, Jacqueline Morrow. And wearing the red stole of Menno Simons College, Jennifer Mead. Berrigan Alexandra Miller Harms. Bailey Claire Papayannou. Griffin Reese Perigas. James Andre Lebredo Paspe. Sarah Reed. Morgan Meredith Marion Rennie. Abigail Marie Scott. Receiving the gold medal for four-year philosophy, Ina Sechin. Lauren Senier. Priya Sharma. Braden Solberg. Celine Eleda Surman. Georgia Rose Dalkey. Kazia Marie Pearl Taves. Enid Lorraine Westwood. Gabriella Lauren Wilson. Receiving the gold medal in four-year East Asian Languages and Culture, Jiangku Jiang. Samantha Christine Yarmy. Receiving the Bachelor of Arts three-year degree, Chris William. Harman Singh. Mahakpreet Kaur. Taranjot Singh. Chiramalak Woodma Adam. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year disability studies, Christy Allen Efeble. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year criminal justice and 3-year human rights, Zika Mohammed Tahir Aliolo. Khalid Abdul Qadir Ali. Cyrus Jeremy Potenciano Anciro. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Indigenous Studies, Kayla Marie Andrews. Ridham Anmol. Angelina Aurora. Milko Bari Badaso. Trizia Ann Bangat. Braden Lee Barron Squires. Maria Isabel Meza Friesen. Wahon Oyere Marie Esther Bogui. Fechit Kin Buakob. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Spanish studies, Melanie Brando. Darren Robert Brown. Elise Julianne Dani Brown. Geraldine Bulaong. Ariel John Flores Kamama. Denise Marie Carpena. Erin Catelier. Kaylee Robin Cave. Abigail Joy Surden. Nicole Katrine Chartrand. Joseph Nafwang Datok. Denise Dela Cruz. Dyson Morton Descoteau. Benjamin Cale Dezan. Jasmine Kaur Dillon. DeAndre Murray Douglas. Noah Frederick Douglas McKay. Nicola Sue Ann Dudick. Hannah L. Manani. Vrinda. Justine Espina. Michaela Ann Estrella. Okuchukwu Adaobe Ezekem Wachukwu. Sydney Fail. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year history, Santesh Fernandez. Quinn Donovan Ferris. Kaylin Alicia Malcolm Flett. Esther Ohunene Gomina. Amy Catherine Garland.
Get up.
Navjeet Singh Gidda. Everett James Fair Giesbrecht. Arpan Giri. Madison Alexa Godosky. Michelle Grazina. Dorothy Lynette Harmon. Mackenzie Lynn Hawks. Holly Caitlin Ann Hermanson. Michaela Shine Huckel. Amy Nicole Huscroft. Diane Placidia Aniza. Zachary Harper. Martin Cruz. Rachel Teresa Johnston. Emma Julius. Harjot Kaur. Raman Raj Kaushal. Receiving the gold medal in 3 years classics, Michael Eric Keane. Jillian Laney Kerwin. Chris Corman. Madison Darlene Lacey. Kayla Catherine Blaine Lajoie. David Matthew Lang. Shane Alexander Latour. Alyssa Aileen Grace Smith Lavelle. Julian Arthur Joseph Lerat. Irock Summer May Levasseur. Hannah Krishna Shaminsky. Derek Joseph Lowen. Sarah Ann McDonald. Hayden Alec Maines. Kristen Alana Star Mandamin. Louise Dane Bianzon Mangali. Mora Martina. Bikramjeet Singh Gill. Michael Daniel Maison. Kim McGinnis. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year English and the gold medal in 3-year conflict resolution studies, Sebastian Andrew Myers. Savannah Kadri Menard. Andrew Menenko. Carol Muswagon. Jasmine Moffat Steinke. Javad Mohammadi. Marsha Ashley Monias. Dylan Joseph Moore. Denise Mapendo Mogosa. Nora Bertha Marie Muskego. Justine Gonzaga Matak. Brianna Christine Normando. Kiraki Neoni. Amen Loveth Ottabor. Emily Page Paramore. Ryan Christopher Paredes. Hunter James Pelletier. Talia Faith Penner. Amanda Rose Pereira. Brandon Van John Pham. Megan Michelle Lavac-Boily. Aria Pierre. Devin Harold Prout. Natalia Piatakova. Ragwinder Randev. Emily Jane Reese. Victoria Elizabeth Robertson. Shaila Sachdeva. Kiela Salese. Amanda Maria Samborski. Brittany Shimero. Ahu Thomas. Mara Irene Simpson. Xiaoqi Zhao. Amanda Iris Snowden. Samantha Snyder. Robin Tiley Sucherith. Anirudh Srinivasacharya. Greg Stitt. Sarah Elizabeth Struthers. Sabria Mohammed Sadi. Jessica Shafchewolski. Kristen David Kolong Tamayo. Jonah Ezra Targovnik. Lisa Edith Marie Muswagon. Sukhpreet Tour. Jaspreet Tour. Tam Tan Tran. Sheldon Gerald Valaket. Andrew Cole Vautour. Anna Verbitska. Archita Verma. Kirsten Andrea Watkinson. Kelsey Marie Wold. Meklit Germa Johannes. Jason William Young. Miriam Olamaposi Shoamimo.
I am pleased to present the graduating class of Spring 2022. I now have the pleasure of presenting this year's valedictorian, Charissa Newalt, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. While a student, Charissa served as president of the Winnipeg's Canadian Indigenous Science and Engineering Society and worked with the Manitoba Cultural Education Centre to expose TikTok subscribers to the Inuit language. Charissa intends to pursue a master's and PhD in psychology. Please join me in welcoming again Charissa Newalt.
I'm so glad I didn't fall. Dansiga kinaunuaga maganak. Askiesquel kapapamute netisnigason. Maikan netutem. Inanuego mechifnina. Makesviskaigan. Egwa care netuschin. Maga Winnipeg Nawigan anos. Hello, all my relatives. My name is Charissa. I'm Wolf Clan. I'm Innu, Cree, and Michif, Métis. I'm from Fox Lake Cree Nation and Care, Manitoba, but I live in Winnipeg. It's a big responsibility to be asked to speak on behalf of the class, so I thought a lot about what I would say to you today. However, when Inuit, Cree people, are asked to speak, they often share stories, so I'll start there. Nucham, my grandmother, and Nimisum, my grandfather, live in Fox Lake Cree Nation. It's a small reserve south of Churchill in northern Manitoba. I've lived there on and off throughout my life, and I've spent many summers and winters with them there. One particular winter, my grandfather asked me to go moose hunting with him and a few of my cousins. They're all skilled hunters. I was 15 and I had just moved back there from Winnipeg. Being 15 and from the city, I came prepared for the northern cold with Ugg boots and a cropped bomber jacket. Something I should mention about Innuit is that we teach through demonstration. So when I walked outside and saw them all dressed for a -40 wind chill, I probably should have dressed for a -40 wind chill. I wasn't the best Innu learner then. So I excitedly got on the snowmobile and we were off. It only took about 30 seconds for me to realize that I had made a terrible mistake. I'll never forget how cold it was on that day. The ride to our destination felt like a full day, but luckily for me, when we arrived, my grandfather noticed I was near death, and he made a fire for me. As I sat and warmed up by the fire, I thought to myself, wow, I'm not made for this. Why did I do this to myself? And oh my God, I'm like not gonna make it. And just when I started to warm up, it was time to make the trip back home. It was brutal, but I made it. And when my grandfather asked me to go goose hunting with him in the spring, I said yes. I went a few more times after that too. And if I could, I would go again today. I'm still not a hunter, but I learned a lot about how to learn on the land. I learned a little about how to be on the land, and I learned that one does not wear Uggs in northern Manitoba. I wanted to share this story with you because it reminds me a lot of our time at the University of Winnipeg. When we started, we were nervous but excited. And then came the papers, the presentations, group projects, exams, and deadlines. And with all of that came imposter syndrome, self-doubt, stress, exhaustion, stress, and more stress. But then it was okay. After a few years, we kind of figured it out. Until March of 2020, when COVID-19 made its way to Winnipeg and we were forced to move online. Then we had to figure it out all over again. It was brutal, but we made it. And I would do it all again for the lessons in between. When we leave here today, we will leave with the knowledge that was shared with us by our professors, but we will also leave with all the lessons learned in between. In our time here, we learned new ways to learn, new ways to think, and new ways to be. We learned how to be independent, self-motivated, and how to manage our time or procrastinate effectively. We learned how to adapt to change. We learned the importance of community, and we learned a lot about ourselves too. I'm grateful for each and every lesson I received here, and there are so many people that I have to thank for them. However, on behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to thank all of the people who made it possible for us to be sitting here today. To our families and friends, thank you. To our professors and advisors, thank you. To those who cheered us on, thank you. I would especially like to thank all of those who, like my grandfather, challenged us and provided us with warmth on our journey here today. You gave us some of the greatest lessons. There's no way to say goodbye in my language, in Inimwen, so instead I'll say, Githam guap mitinawal. I will see you all again, and I can't wait to see what you do with the lessons in between. Kinanaska mitinawal. I'm grateful to you all.
Thank you, Charissa, and congratulations. I now invite Judith Newman, President of the University of Winnipeg Alumni Association, to welcome graduates to the Alumni Association.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mondor. As all of you know, you've already met me, but I'll make it official. As President of the University of Winnipeg Alumni Association, I'm pleased to offer my congratulations on behalf of our association to the graduating class of 2022. Your hard work and dedication have culminated in this very special day, and I'm so happy to share in your excitement and proud to acknowledge your success. I remember with fondness my personal excitement standing on the front lawn of Wesley Hall in the spring of 1971, taking graduation photos with my proud family. No cell phones back then, just an ordinary camera. However, the feelings remain the same, and 51 years later, I'm still proud to remain an integral part of this university community. After today, you will cross the path from being a student to an alumnus. You will join our alumni family of over 50,000 individuals who have shared a common turning point in their educational lives, the invaluable experiences of being an important part of this unique urban campus. By becoming an active member of the Alumni Association, you can remain connected to and supportive of the University of Winnipeg and its students. Going forward, we hope that through the Alumni Association, you will maintain and enhance your professional and community affiliations. One of the more exciting initiatives that our Alumni Council has been working on with our university partners is how to achieve and enhance alumni engagement. Nothing is more important to us than reaching out and getting to know and working with our alumni. The last few convocations did not allow us to meet you in person, but we are absolutely delighted to be here to greet you personally and hand you your Alumni Association pin, and we say, please wear it proudly. Though you're leaving us today, this is not goodbye. Please stay connected with us. Keep up to date with alumni activities on your social media sites, and feel free to contact your alumni office with the latest updates on where your life has taken you or how we can do more for you. You are one of us now. Welcome. Before leaving our campus today, please take a moment to visit our frame sales booth, where you can choose a beautiful University of Winnipeg frame to show off your new diploma. And as Dr. Our new doctor, Best, get the name, sorry, Dr. Wilson, has stated it's very important to have your diploma, put it on the wall, and display it proudly. So maybe we'll see you there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judith. In bringing this session of Convocation to a close, I'd like to refer to a quote from Mary Simon's first speech as Governor General. She said, "I believe strongly that if we embrace our common humanity and shared responsibility for one another, Canada's brightest days are yet to come." I share that belief and have every confidence that with the academic and personal development supported through your time at the University of Winnipeg, those of you graduating today will help lead the way to that brighter future. On behalf of the University of Winnipeg, congratulations to all graduates once again, and best wishes for a future filled with personal satisfaction, great success, and much happiness. I'd like to ask everyone to please remain in your places until the academic procession and the platform party have retired. Everyone is welcome to a reception just outside on Marcia Hannon Way, where graduates may be met. I now recess Convocation proceedings until the next ceremony.